It's autumn, so follow me and let's practice in the beautiful outdoors. This time of the year is a chance to reflect on what has shaped the person you have become and appreciate who you are, and also a great time to rebalance yourself so that you are open to receiving more gratefulness in life. Today, we're going to start in a child's pose, so extend your arms and just stay there and take 3 deep breaths. Let's focus today to balance ourselves physically and mentally. Bring your focus to your breath and how that breath moves you. Fine tune to find your equilibrium. This time is for you. After your third breath, let's move our arms to the left of the mat and stretch the right side of our bodies. Again, taking nice 3 deep breaths, fine tuning to ourselves and enjoying the beautiful weather. And slowly moving to the right side of the mat and stretching the left side of our bodies. Trying to keep our hips square and giving into the gravity of the floor. And slowly we're going to come back to center ourselves and gently coming up on our knees and hands. Position your wrist under your shoulders and knees under your hips to go into cat back series. Bend your elbows and tuck your toes under as you arch your body. And as you curve, press your shins down and stretch your back. Inhale and exhale into opening your heart. And inhale and exhale to round your back, releasing the neck. Again, inhale, exhale, stretch your heels back, engage your inner thighs. And inhale and exhale, round your back, push the floor away with your hands. And now we're going to start our balancing. So extend your left leg back and give yourself a nice calf stretch, going back and forth about 3 times, maybe 4. And then lifting that left foot off the floor, keeping the hips parallel, balanced up, extending the right hand and reaching from your fingertips to your heels, keeping your belly engaged. Then bringing the elbow and knee together and stretching 3 times. You want to make sure that you push the floor away from you with your left hand and right knee so the spine elongates. And after the third one, you're going to put your right hand down and bring the left knee in and move your hands a little bit forward to do a chaturanga on your knees. And then upward dog or a cobra. And going back to all fours to repeat the whole thing on the other side. Bringing your wrist under your shoulders, extending your right leg back, and stretching your calf muscle, going back and forth. And just like me, if you're outside, touching the grass and the floor feels good. Then lifting your right foot off the floor, keeping the hips square, extending your left arm out and stretching from the fingertips to your heel, and then elbow to knee. Extend. And 2 more times. Knee to elbow, rounding the spine and extending tall. And 1 more time in and reach. Beautiful. Putting the left hand down and then the right knee comes in. 1 more time. We're going to do a chaturanga on our knees, lowering the body to the floor, squeezing the elbows and shoulders back, upward dog or cobra, and gently pushing yourself back to all fours. Now we're going to extend our left leg and reposition your right foot to a modified plank position. Bring your left arm up and over your head, giving yourself a nice side body stretch and lifting the left foot off the floor and touching the floor 3 times. Little tap to the floor to lift. And after the third one, keep your foot up and you can do a modified half moon pose. Bring your foot into the palm and stretch your back. And take deep breaths, gently releasing and coming back to all fours. Very nice. Find your squareness and repeat it on the other side. Extending the right leg back, turning to your left side, stretching your right body, and then tapping the floor and lifting your foot off the floor 3 times. After the third one, you're going to hold on to your foot with your right hand, kick that foot into the palm, stretch your back, open your heart, and gently release. Then come back to all fours. Beautiful. We're going to tuck the toes under and then push into a downward facing dog. Take your time here. You can walk your feet, both knees together or one at a time, whatever feels good. Pushing the floor away from you with your hands, stretching your spine. And then lifting the right leg off the floor to three-legged dog, keeping your hips square. And then bending the knee and then coming into a plank. You're going to repeat that 3 times. You bring the knee to your forehead and extend back with the hips square. And then the third time, you're going to place your right foot in between your hands and going up to a high lunge. Square hips, back knee can be bent. From here, we're going to hinge forward into a plain pose and lifting the arms back up to high lunge. Repeating this back and forth 3 times. Breathing, keeping your legs square and high lunge. From here, you're going to shift your weight to your right foot, lifting the left knee off the floor, seeing how your balance is. And if you feel comfortable, binding once or twice, going into an eagle pose with your left leg over the right thigh and left arm under your right arm. Again, binding once or twice, taking 3 breaths, focusing on yourself, finding your balance, and then going back into a high lunge to do our first full flow. Inhale into a plank position. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, push the floor, upward dog, and exhale, downward dog. Beautifully done. Giving yourself a little break here and starting on the left leg. Lifting that leg off the floor, keeping the hips square. And 3 times knee to forehead and leg goes back. Again, focusing on your breath and how that breath moves you, as we talked about it at the beginning of our session. And then placing the left foot in between your hands, lifting the arms up to the sky in high lunge. And one more time, we're going to go into the plain position, extending your body tall, arms back, and then high lunge with the arms up. Forward, right heel reaches towards the floor, and arms to the sky. And after the third one, you're going to find your balance on your left foot. Shift your weight, lift that right knee off the floor. And once you find your balance, if you feel comfortable again, eagle pose with the right thigh over the left, binding once or twice, and then the right arm under the left arm, binding once or twice. Do not arch your lower back, keep your core engaged. Once you find your balance, you're going to go back into your high lunge and full flow. Place your hands, inhale into a plank, exhale chaturanga, inhale upward dog, and exhale downward dog. Stretching your back, reaching your right leg off the floor. This time we're going to open our hips, stacking the right hip over the left hip, square shoulders, bending the right knee, and giving yourself some time to feel that stretch. And then we're going to place the right foot in between our hands and stretch the right knee into a pyramid pose. From here, just stay there, breathe, try to relax. If this pose is too hard, you can also use yoga blocks. Staying bent over, we're going to turn into wide-legged pose. And if you're comfortable, put both hands down on the floor to do a wide-legged dolphin position. And breathe, toes facing forward. And then slowly moving to the back of your mat into warrior two, cartwheeling your arms up, taking a nice deep breath, and then going into a reverse warrior. Nice breath, and coming back down for a flow. Inhale into the plank, exhale chaturanga, inhale upward dog, and exhale downward dog. Here I found a little leaf on my yoga mat. It made me so happy. And now we start with our left leg up in the air, opening the hip, left hip over the right. Right. Shoulders are square. And then bringing that knee. And then placing the left foot in between our hands and pushing into a pyramid. Staying here as much as possible with straight knees. Of course, you can always leave the knees slightly bit bent. And square hips. And one more time, we're going to stay down as we turn into wide-legged position. And this time, we're going to extend our arms far behind us to get a deeper back stretch. Of course, only if it feels comfortable. And slowly coming out of the position, turning to the front of our mat into the warrior two, stretching from finger to finger. And then reverse warrior, extend the body up and down for one nice last flow. Inhale to plank, exhale chaturanga, inhale upward dog, and exhale downward dog. Giving yourself a nice hamstring stretch for one last time and slowly lowering down to your knees and onto your stomach. We're going to work with our back muscles a little bit. Put your hands underneath your forehead, engage your belly and glutes, lift your right leg off the floor, and then your upper body up without compressing into your lower back or your neck, and release completely. Take a nice breath, re-engage your body, and this time the left leg extends back, and gently, if you can, lift your body up a little bit, open your heart, and relax. This time we're going to extend the arm and the leg same side. Right arm and right leg goes up. If you feel like it, you can hold on to your foot and kick your foot into your right hand. Otherwise, just stay extended. And release. And repeating the same thing with the left arm and left leg reaching away from each other. Either stay here or hold to your foot and kick that foot into the palm and open your heart. Square hips and release. You can either rest here, or if you feel like you want to go for both arms and both legs, reach your arms back and maybe hold on to your feet and kick your feet into your hands, and then gently release. And coming out of this pose into a child's pose with the knees closed and arms reaching behind, and giving into the floor, releasing your head, releasing your hips, your arms and shoulders, taking nice deep breaths. Slowly rolling up, finding a nice, beautiful upright spine. And any way possible, you're going to sit on your back, on your hips, and we're going to do a high and low boat pose. Lifting your feet off the floor, giving yourself a nice lift off your chest as you inhale and lower down as you exhale. Again, inhale, high boat. Reach down, exhale, low boat. Repeat that one more time, up and down and up. And this time we're going to go down all the way to the floor. bringing your feet underneath your knees, reaching your fingertips towards your heels, engaging your inner thighs, and extending your knees to go into a bridge pose 3 times. You exhale, lengthen your knees, lift your pelvis, and slowly go down. And we're going to do that one more time. Lengthen forward, keeping the inner thighs parallel to each other, and lowering down. From here, you can just stay down, or if you feel like going into a wheel, you're going to bring your arms right by your face and push yourself up, giving yourself a nice back stretch, and then slowly coming back down and bringing your knees to your chest. Hug yourself, give yourself some love, some appreciation for a great flow. Keep your right knee into your chest and extend the left leg. And we're going to go into a side twist. You're going to bring your right knee towards the floor on the left side and open your right arm wide to the right side. And if your neck feels good, you can turn your head and look towards your right hand. I like to keep my feet flexed here. It gives me an active stretch. I always find that more useful. And with your exhale, you're going to come back to the center. Again, bring both knees into your chest. Another love to yourself, and then extend the right foot out. And this time the left knee goes to the right side. We extend our left hand, keeping your feet flexed. And nice active spinal twist. Enjoying the sun if you're outside like me. Taking in vitamin D. And this workout sure will give you some sweats. It's about 20 minutes, but it feels really good. Then one last time, we're going to bring our knees into our chest, into a wide-legged happy baby. You can extend your legs or you can keep your knees bent, whatever you feel is best for you today. Nice flat back, taking deep breaths in and out. And we're going to go into a Shavasana. If you wish to stay here for longer than I am, this is a good time to pause your video and rest as long as you need. Otherwise, I will bring you up. Take a deep breath in and wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Maybe stretching your arms up and over the head, giving yourself a nice, beautiful yawn. And slowly move yourself to one side of your body. Just take a deep breath here before you come into a seated position. And slowly find a comfortable, your choice of seated position. Sit upright. Enjoy your beautiful work, and namaste. See you in the next video. Have a good day.